Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Oh, we're going to break out in some conversation today. And it's a conversation about things that really drive each and every one of us totally, madly insane. Pet peeves. We all create them in other people, and we receive other people's pet peeves. They instantly put us in a place of discomfort. Of course, I had to look it up. Dictionary.com describes a pet peeve as something that annoys us. A business who has poor customer service is a pet peeve. People who lick their fingers before touching money, that's a pet peeve. To those doing something to others that is very irritating, do they know what they're doing? Or is it invisible to them? Unknowing. Do they not care about what they're doing because it's created a pet peeve in the mind, body, and soul of somebody that they know? How do we learn to identify our own pet peeves, the ones that we're generating and other people are going, God, I just don't like that person. This is what they do. Maybe my fake laugh drives people insane. So I'm learning how not to do that when I'm in public. How about my daily writing? I mean, nothing goes on in this house until I'm finished writing in the morning. That might be driving my wife totally berserk because nothing happens. We're just there. Identifying what might agitate someone else calls for a conversation. Ask the family member or a friend about the possibilities of there being something about us that triggers them. A pet peeve. What about me comes to you as that pet peeve? But here's the thing. You've got to be prepared for the truth. It's almost never what you assume it is. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer, the silent wolf. I watch, I listen, I study, and then I want to have a conversation, just to have a voice so that we can all learn and or grow from. This is The Daily Mess. Well, it's no hidden secret. I am a time freak, yet I find just enough time to waste time. I feel like a giant mall or a shopping center. You know, they need those giant stores to bring people in, those anchor stores. My Google Calendar has big events on it every single day, but they're not together. They're always apart. And the reason why is because I like to put little things in between the giant events. Some of that includes binge watching, making time to binge watch with my wife, which some people see as a total waste of time. Well, what about hobbies? Although they seem very important to one person, what do the outsiders think of the amazing amount of time that is required to keep a hobby interesting? Guess what I found out? Outsiders see hobbies as frivolous. Yet those engaged in the hobby experience a positive impact on their work productivity. See, there's a positive and there's a negative here. But how do we get them to come together in a place of peace and compassion? Who is being affected? How are they being affected? And what can we do to help create a solution? In some cases, people are locked so deeply into their hobby that they lock themselves away from family and friends. And I think I do that with my writing. I think I do that with my podcasting. I step into my own area and I don't put anything else in it. I'm blessed with the opportunity to talk to a lot of published authors, and we discuss that a lot in the way of when you go into your writing space, when do you know when it's time to come out? And a lot of creative people will say, I do all of my writing at night. I get my family time in, I get my personal time in, and then at night, especially musicians, they go into the studio at night when everybody else is resting. Are you a time freak? Do you care about how much time you are wasting? What is your hobby? What is the pet peeve that drives you insane, but you don't talk about it? I'm Arroe, and that's The Daily Mess.